Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Lee from TNT Custom Creations. Welcome back to the channel. In today's episode, I want to talk about how to turn your scrap pile into treasure. And specifically in today's episode, we'll talk about how to make a memo pad, something that you can attach a quote to, give away to a friend, family, colleague. I'll walk you through the process step by step through LIGHTBURN and XTOOL Creative Space. So if that's something you're interested in, then stick around to the end. I'll have a surprise for you. All right, welcome to the scrap pile. So this is my scrap pile. Everybody has one out there, especially if you're a woodworker, where we throw the cutoffs, the projects that don't work out, they end up here. So I went through already, I found a few pieces that's gonna work for today's project. So let's head on to the laser and cut them out to size. I'm going to set the focal length, which is the same distance of a AAA. So I'm going to raise my bed until I get it to just touch the end of my laser. Just right there. It's perfect. Now that we're in LIGHTBURN, let's go ahead and create the file that you see over here to the right. So let's start out with a rectangle. All right. Rectangle, we're going to go ahead and make that 6.25 by 4.5. Okay. Make another rectangle in the middle, close to the top. That one's going to be 5.75 by 0.55. Okay. Make one more rectangle here. And that one's going to be 3.05 by 3.05. Okay. Go ahead and line this a little closer to the edge here. This is all personal preference, you know, once you have it here, you can lay it out however you want. Just looking for something that looks pretty decent. Okay. Now I'm going to highlight these two, the inner box and the outer box. And then I'm going to align those V-center, okay? Now they're centered on both sides. This one, I'm just gonna leave it where it's at for now. Then I'm gonna take my circle, I'm just gonna create a little tab here at the bottom. Okay, and do the same thing. I'm gonna select those two and do the same thing I did earlier, align those V-center. Now once those are centered, I'll highlight those two again, and now I'm going to go down and I'm going to weld those two together. Now you see it creates that little cutout there. And then the last thing we have to do is create a radius on these corners so they're nice and rounded over. For this one, I'm just going to go down here and choose a radius of 0.25. Again, personal preference, whatever looks best. And then we do the same thing. I'm going to click the center one, add that radius to the center square. Okay. Click off of it, and there you go. You have your basic shape of the memo pad. So then I'm going to copy that one, paste it, and there's your two files. All right. Once you highlight everything, you can turn that, go down here to the bottom, turn it red, and now it's a cut file. You see on mine I have 15 speed, 80% power. I don't need to go that high, I just do it just in case. Plywood has a lot of inconsistencies, and I know 80% power is going to blast through that no problem. All right, there you have it. Cut everything out just how we wanted it, so I left it with this piece here. There you have it. All right, now that we have the pieces cut, we just need to glue them together. Today, I'm just using CA glue, stick fast.
A few moments later.
Overall, not too bad. Once we get it put together, I'm gonna hit it with the sander so I can just go around those outside edges. We'll just knock off those dark edges. You can keep them if you like. I mean, it's personal preference. But for this demonstration, I'm just gonna knock it off with the sander. Now that we have everything assembled and sanded down, let's jump into XTOOL Creative Space so we can design what's gonna go on here. All right, now that we're in XTOOL Creative Space, we're going to design what we want to put on the memo pad. So once I get it opened up, first thing that I do, I'm gonna go ahead and take a picture of my laser bed. All right, now as you can see, I have the memo pad. All right, I can zoom in a little bit closer. Let's get it to about right there. Next, I'm gonna select my material. I know that it's 6mm plywood, so we'll go ahead and confirm that. Now let's go over here and select the text. Put the text down there. It's way too big for what we need, so we'll change it to about 16 for now. And then let's change that to engrave. Select the grid, and we'll select something a little bit darker. All right. I'm happy with that. Now we can go ahead and click off of this and then click it one more time so I can drag it around. Put it up here. All right, so we'll do one of my wife's favorite quotes. So, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. All right, that's by Lau. Okay, looks pretty good. Click off that. Here we go. All right, now that I have that centered for the most part right there, I can also head over and take a look at it on the laser. So I'll go down and I'll frame the job. And I can see on the laser that it's exactly where I need. And if I need to adjust it just slightly, then I can move my material around to do so. Use the XTOOL controller to move our focus dots together. Focus our laser to the material. Looks pretty good. So for today's demonstration, I'm gonna have the hood up on the XTOOL, but you always need to use your safety glasses. It doesn't matter if the hood is up or down. You don't want any light escaping from the laser. So laser safe safety glasses. All right, for this clip, I had to apply a filter because the blue light from the laser was just too hard to bear. there you have it. Nice clear engraving. All right, YouTube, that's gonna be it for us today. You can see how simple it was for us to cut this out on the laser, attach a quote to it, add a post-it and a pin. Something as simple as this is gonna go a long way to a friend, family member, colleague. If you like what you've seen today, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Really help me grow my channel. I'm gonna create a future playlist of where I literally just turn my scrap pile into items like this that you can sell at a craft fair, give away as a gift. And the surprise that I had at the end of the video is I'm gonna link the file that we made in LIGHTBURN together in the description of the video. So you can have it for free. Feel free to put your own personalization, your own touch to it. It's yours. Have a good day.